One person at a time from each team has to run outside.
The students will have to work together as a team in order to transcribe a letter correctly.
And dictate it to the team.
The letter will be attached outside the classroom. The letter is now in place. The race can begin. Each student must memorize one sentence at a time to dictate to the rest of the team. If they can't remember it perfectly, they must run back to read it again. The first team to finish scores 1 point, but that doesn't mean that they have won.
Swap them over.
Teams swap their letters for correction and compare them with the original letter. Each team scores 1 point for each complete sentence without any mistakes. Total scored points are added up.
They get 4 points. Team 1 got 5.
For homework, the students must write the reply written by the hotel manager in response to the letter.
Today we're going to talk about proverbs.
The students are going to learn some English proverbs. They talk about proverbs in their mother tongue and discuss their meanings in English.
A cavallo nato non si guarda in bocca.
In pairs, the students match the English proverbs with the explanations of their meanings.
On the right-hand side, you have empty boxes.
The students check their answers.
Pick one.
If you don't, it will get worse.
The students test each other to see what they can remember.
Actions speak louder than words.
In groups, students choose a proverb to act out. They then work together to write a short script, which they will then perform to the rest of the class.
Actions speak louder than words.
Students act out their scenes and the rest of the class must guess which proverb they are enacting.
When the cat's away, the mice would play.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Actions speak louder than words. The bird in the hand is a watch two in the bush.
A stitch in time saves 9.
Every cloud has a silver line.
Good afternoon, everybody.
The teacher tells the students that today they will watch a documentary about mountains together. Then, individually, complete a series of online exercises related to the film.
Are among the most brutal environments on Earth.
The film is divided into 4 short sections, focusing on people and mountains in different parts of the world. Everyone works on their own, but the teacher is on hand to help. Students are not expected to answer every question correctly because the film sequence was quite long and they were not listening for specific information. However, the general level of comprehension is tested. Scenes from the film are used to practice and test the use of some common phrasal verbs. A short text about the film is used as the basis of a word formation exercise. Gaps in the text must be filled by transforming a given word. For example, create, creativity. Write a short report saying which part of the film you liked best and why. The simulation is a class trip.
You're going on a trip to Scotland together.
You are flying with Scottish Airways. Flight number.
Passport, please.
One girl has forgotten her passport. What's she going to do?
Can you come to me?
Last call. The others have to leave without her. After a pleasant flight, they arrive in Edinburgh, where there's a problem with the baggage.
There isn't my baggage. Oh, thank you. Yes, but we go to lost baggage office. Okay.
They complete the lost baggage form
£25.
and get a refund. How are they going to get to the hostel?
With train, taxi,
By train,
bus.
taxi.
What
do you think?
Money for me is not a problem. Okay, we take you to taxi.
Finally, at the hostel, the holiday can begin.
In the castle, I don't like castle. I prefer something new.
The Canberra School.
We are students, we have
£7.
£7.
£8.
Okay. We
Moving to Berlin, a simulation.
Ich war in Freiburg. Ich war in Hannover.
The students have studied in different German cities.
Jetzt gehen wir nach Berlin.
Ja, Berlin.
And now they're all going to Berlin. They must find somewhere to live. They look on the internet, on the university notice board,
ist nicht so hoch.
Wir können anrufen. Ich bin sehr interessiert. So, bis Montag.
They have moved into their new flats. Groups have been formed on the basis of personal profiles they have written. They have to sign the rental contract. Are the conditions all right?
15 mit Kaution, €1.000.
They need to find a fourth flatmate, how to choose a flatmate, and how to get chosen. There are several candidates for the fourth bedroom. In Germany, this is called WG casting, and both sides need to be prepared.
Ich bin sehr
Also ich studiere Sozialpädagogin.
Hast du einen Freund?
Was würdest du für uns heute Abend kochen?
vielleicht Pizza.
Okay, die nehmen wir. Wir haben uns für dich entschieden.
The decision has been made, and they welcome their new flatmate. Veronique is French and wants to learn Croatian. Vedrana is Croatian and wants to learn French. They arrange when to meet on Skype.
Hi, Vedrana. Nice Nice to meet you too, Veronique. How do you say that in French?
Salut Vedrana. And it is how you write it.
Veronique teaches Vedrana something in French.
Salut Vedrana.
Vedrana teaches Veronique something in Croatian.
Drago mi je.
They talk about themselves in their mother tongues, on Skype and by email.
J'ai un chien aussi. Il s'appelle Roger.
For their next tandem meeting, they must translate these texts into the language they want to learn, using their partner's text as a model.
So I create some space, a memory game. So put them all
The aim is to
spread
teach
out.
healthcare students how to ask patients questions in a way that helps establish a good patient
And you have
relationship.
to remember where the picture or the word
In
is.
small groups, students play body parts memory, setting the scene for the physiotherapy-based lesson. Images and names of body parts have to match.
You're doing well.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's the problem?
I have a pain.
What does it feel like?
Lots of things.
When I was working in the garden.
Students act out two pre-prepared dialogues containing the target language.
No, I don't think so. It hurts more early in the morning.
The rest of the class then answer some concept questions, highlighting the differences between the two dialogues.
The first question, Sylvia, where do the conversations take place?
In the studio of the physiotherapist.
And divide.
Students work in pairs, putting the words together to form sentences.
Conditional.
They then check their answers
Can you remember if, and then you continue with the phrase.
and prepare dialogues using the task language. In pairs, students role play as physiotherapist and patient.
mind telling me when it started?
I have pain in the knee.
Now they put into practice the new forms they have just learned.
Back pain or on the bed.
Als Input sozusagen wollen wir uns jetzt verschiedene kurze Videos zum
The
Thema
aim is to
anschauen.
prepare and present a study on a social enterprise in Ticino. Students watch short films setting the scene. Different skills are required for this project. Students focus on their personal skills and preferences.
Was gerne macht und wer von ihnen was gut kann.
By making this choice, each student becomes responsible for their own contribution.
Let's go.
Sprechen, haben wir gesagt.
Leaders and collaborators are appointed for each task.
Alle.
The groups are social research, economic research, terminology, PowerPoint presentation, and the cameraman. The texts will be put onto PowerPoint presentations and the sector-specific vocabulary will be used to construct the glossary.
Arbeitslosigkeit.
Der Nutzer.
Der Lohn.
Interview in Italian with Rossano Cambrosio, director of La Fonte. The interview will then be summarized in German. The Supsi Cafeteria, a social enterprise project.
Die Cafeteria wird von der Stiftung La
A
Fonte
student prepares his presentation.
die wir schon präsentiert haben.
Each student presents a section commenting on the PowerPoint presentation.
Sind Personen mit Behinderungen im gesellschaftlichen Bereich.
Die Berufsausbildung.
Der Arbeitsmarkt. Behinderte betreuen.
Ein Produkt liefern. Unterschiede sprechen
Concluding the project, students discussed the issue in German with Professor Luca Crivelli, expert in social enterprises.
An der Forschung teilgenommen.
Also insgesamt waren 48 Firmen, die beteiligt waren an unserer Forschung.